Welcome back to Tough Men of Faith.
It's our 100th episode, and we have wait,
100 episodes.
but we don't even know what we're talking about today.
That's fine. We
Okay.
never do.
No, I come with a plan.
You come with a plan sometimes.
I've come with 99 plans.
No,
No,
don't give me that.
I didn't have a plan for the one when you fell out of the attic.
Yeah,
That one I had to.
and
I
you
recorded
didn't
myself.
come. You had a plan one time or two times, and me and Daniel had to wing it.
That's true. But I had a plan.
Yeah.
So
Take your 99 plans and take them
98
back.
out of our 99 times we've recorded, I've had a plan. Today we don't have a plan.
Okay, that's fine.
So I've been sitting here trying to get it, and you're just telling Blake, hit record.
Yeah, but 100 episodes.
Yeah.
There was times I didn't think we were going to get out of the single digits or the teens.
Yeah, well, and when we started this, you thought you were just coming on.
Yeah,
like
I thought
a
you and Blake
one-time or
did
short
this
series
and
or-
like nobody knew about it,
Yeah.
and you were just going to have me, come in for an episode or two.
Yeah, started it. Let me pull this up.
I was an idiot.
What
was I thinking?
May 23rd, 2021.
Okay,
The first one went out, and then 100 since then.
that's pretty cool.
It is. We're probably approaching 10,000 downloads right on. Yeah, 10,000 downloads.
That's cool.
And now we're on YouTube, so we also have views on that.
Yeah,
You know what?
I don't know whose great idea it was to put our faces out there, but here we go.
That was Blake's.
Yeah,
Do you know what our first? So we had episode 0, just an introduction. I think it was a couple minutes.
yeah.
Do you know what our first episode was on?
No, I don't even remember.
I wouldn't either, except I pulled it up.
Yeah, what was it?
Friendship,
Really?
which is interesting because that's been a theme,
Yeah, it has been. It's been a rolling theme. It seems
a rolling theme,
Yeah.
of having like battle buddies and
Yep.
people to work through things with you, and yeah.
You have a favorite episode?
Man, you probably do.
I've got a few.
What are they?
A lot of them were our guests.
Yeah.
We had some really good guests.
Matt Barnes, I think, was our first guest.
Yeah.
Which, big shout out to him for
Yeah.
being willing to come on when we only had 3 episodes done.
Yeah.
We weren't sure we were even going to keep doing it.
Right.
And reached out to him. He's like, "Yeah, I'll come on," and
Like-
did 2 episodes with
And are
us.
you sure?
Yeah. I probably made it sound a lot bigger than what it was.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't know we're in a closet in the church building.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
he came on.
And then Matt Reller.
Matt Roller.
He was, second or third guest, I think?
Yeah, and Bill McIntyre came on early
Yeah.
on. Yeah. What guest stands out to you or episode?
We just talked about Wendell Chin. We talked about him earlier.
He's the one Marine officer, has
Yep.
the sword in the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great
That was a lot of
episode.
fun.
Yeah.
Daniel Earl was always fun every time he comes on.
Yeah.
It's off the rails, but it's fun.
I try not to be here when he comes
Yeah,
on.
I get that. Smart man.
Howard Bellamy.
Howard Bellamy is a
That's
good one.
Let me pull this up. That was season 4, episode 5 and 6. If you want to check out Howard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
that was really good.
I enjoy talking to Howard. We should
Yep.
probably talk to him again. I think last time he was going in and dealing with some cancer stuff.
Have him back on.
Yeah.
Marcus Schrader, he was a good one.
Yeah, Marcus is good.
Ended
That
up
was a lot of
sponsoring
fun.
us through
Yeah.
Workforce Chaplains. So.
Yeah. Other good guests. Darnell. I can't think of his last name.
Benson.
Benson.
He's the principal of a school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
But he talked about, being single and how he had adopted some kids and
Yeah.
that's a really cool story.
Yeah. Then a lot of pastors. If you come on, like Larry
Yeah.
Hoff, Josh Sosa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to think about all the personal trainers that have been on.
We've had
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're trying to send me you're trying to drop some hints.
Sure.
Now we're on camera.
No.
It adds 10 pounds, and you didn't need it to add 10 pounds anyway.
Just getting you ready for your cruise, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Get that.
Dude.
That 6-pack out. And,
Yeah, there's no six-pack yet, but
well, you have 4 or 5 weeks to get it ready, right?
yep, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I bought some kettlebells.
Okay.
And I've been working out.
6-packs are made in the kitchen.
I've been looking at
Not
they
the
are
kettlebells.
right.
That's
I've been watching some Instagram dad bod
Okay.
workout videos. So
those exist.
oh yeah, they're all over there. I didn't know it, but a buddy of mine turned me on to them.
Instagram dad bod. What does that look like?
They're
Workout.
just different workouts.
Like workouts you can do at home more.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, So we'll see if it changes anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I bought some. You'll laugh at this. I was online shopping the other day for some swimwear. No, it's not going off the rails. There's no mankinis or anything going on, but I didn't realize I was shopping at a store in the UK.
Yeah.
So I charged this stuff to my card, and I start getting fraud alerts popped up.
Yeah.
Now they've blocked all my cards, turned me on to fraud detection and all that other stuff, and claimed all those fraudulent charges. Then they call me like 3 hours later, and they're like, "Hey, did you make these purchases?" Like, yep, sure did. And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, we'll just go ahead and approve everything then." But yeah, shut me down for 3 or 4 hours for fine swimwear.
So they're coming over from
I guess.
UK. Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's all fraud.
Hey, we don't have a plan, so that's why we're just rambling.
I get it.
Well, that and we're
Well,
trying to reminisce.
We're pretty entertaining.
You're pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just found out right before we came on air that on Sundays, you sing in the Cookie Monster's voice on Sunday church.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try and do it where only my wife can hear it.
Okay.
But, a couple of weeks ago, somebody tapped me on the shoulder and asked if I was doing that. I like to mess with our music guy anyway, so.
Yeah, he needs it.
He does. He's good. It's good for him.
Yeah. I'm going to scroll back through our 99 episodes.
Okay.
When I find one, I'm going to give you the title. And then you come up with something you've learned that you remember from that.
This is going to get me in trouble.
Or something you learned during that, or something we should apply. So we're just going to have to go off the titles.
All right, what you got?
And I'll try to do it as well. That's what I'll try to do.
What's that?
I'll try to give something as well.
Okay.
But this is more like putting you in a hot seat.
Yeah, I feel it.
All right, since 2021, what have you learned about friendship?
I've learned to find some good friends, and let go of the toxic relationships for sure. Yeah. Don't hold on to toxic friendships. Okay. Is what I've learned, and that's been a big one. That's really hit home because I had some friends that were, not good to be around. Yeah. And we've since parted ways, and my life's gotten so much better. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I'm still glad to be your friend. Yeah, right. As you were referring to me on that, it's like. Yeah, you made the cut. Yeah, I made the cut. Yeah. All right. You see people do that on Facebook occasionally. I'm gonna be cutting my friends. I just tell them go ahead and delete me. And take care of it. Go ahead and delete you. Yep. Yeah, friendship. That's good. Like, there are times you have to. Man, and I really got some close friendships out of that. Guys come over and clean my blood up off the garage floor, and guys that you can call, when you're in a pinch or in a tight spot. And I once heard you don't stay friends based on time served. Right. So. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, but there is a benefit to lifelong friends. Yeah. If they're good friends. Yeah, that's what I've been learning is like, I really want some friends that I just stay friends with for life. Yeah. That know me well. So. Yeah, exactly. All right. We did an episode on excuses. What have you learned about that? Well, I just don't make them anymore. Okay. Easy enough. How's that diet and working out going? Whoa. Wow. I wasn't saying it that way. Gonna be editing some friends. Act of one. Yeah. Dieting and working out. The dieting probably not so great, but the working out. I'm at least watching what I eat. Yeah. It's like, I don't need to eat that crap, but yeah. Yeah, excuses. The working out thing makes me feel good, though. It does. It's amazing. Changes everything. I did legs yesterday. Yeah. I squatted way too many times. Yeah. I am burnt today. I had to climb up in an attic, and I was like trembling. Yeah. Yeah, we all tremble when you get in an attic. Yeah, no kidding. Yep. Taming the tongue. Have you learned anything since June 24th, 2021? I have, yeah. It's funny, being slower to respond has really helped me. Mm-hmm. I don't need to say what's on my mind right now. Yeah. I often do for a laugh, but I don't always need to. It's like my wife always tells me. She's like, you don't have to always have a response. That is wisdom. Right. I am slowly learning that. Yeah. Yeah. I've learned on taming the tongue is it will always be a battle for me. Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah. It'll always be a battle for you. Yeah. And I've learned not to look at others who may not. I think it's easy for me to look at maybe a good friend I have and say, at least I'm doing better than him. Yeah. Man, it's easy to do that, isn't it? Like, I'm not Nick. Like, I'm able to tame it more Nick. But right. Nick's not the standard. Right. Yeah. Maybe you need to find new standards. Yeah. We did one called Persistence Trumps Talent. Yeah. Did you learn anything from that? I think I came up with that episode. So, but yeah, I think it still holds true that just because you're talented, I mean, that's great, but you can gain talent or you can be talented if you keep being persistent. This podcast for me kind of shows that we're not the greatest podcasters out there. Obviously. We have the greatest producer. Yeah. We're not the greatest talent. Right.
But to make it to 100 episodes
Yeah.
it's not been easy.
Yeah, there's some
Right.
weeks where
There's weeks you just don't want to.
Yeah.
We usually record in the evenings after everyone's off work.
Right.
There's setup. Blake has a lot of editing
Yeah.
and things. And, yeah, there's a lot to
and
it.
it's funny, too, because, like, I feel like he does the most amount of work for
Yeah.
this. And he's always driving it, like almost shoving you in your back, like pushing you. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, we're doing this Tuesday, or we're doing this whenever, or Thursday, or and yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like, man, if he's gonna put in all this work, time, and effort, and drive it too, it's like the least you can do is show up and act like you
Yeah.
got something interesting to talk about.
It's true, except it's running through old episodes.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated? That was an episode, Stay Motivated. Do you remember anything from that, what you learned?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you mean stay motivated? Just with anything?
Yeah, season 1, episode 12.
Well, that's why
talked
it's season 1. We were grasping at straws for stuff to talk about.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
That's when you're getting staples taken out of your head.
gotcha.
Go back and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe I will.
maybe. That was a good one. I think I did come up with that one.
Did you?
But let's talk about the importance of.
Who'd you talk about it with?
I was
Oh,
with
you and Blake did it,
yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, just kind of in the mundane of life, like just
Yeah.
keep going. Like,
Yeah.
don't stop. Keep getting up every morning and working out.
What was
you
the
know?
episode 2 where you talked about your dad?
The grunts mentality.
Yeah.
We did that where that was just me and a mic. Man, that was tough. Gave me new respect for Rush Limbaugh or those
Yeah.
guys that used to do it by themselves.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was listening to, what's the morning show, 93.1? Yeah, anyway, it doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
know
But
what you're talking about.
he sits there and if you listen to him, he makes he could fit 30 minutes he
Yeah.
stretches the 30 minutes into a 3-hour show.
Yeah, he does.
And he repeats the same thing over and over and over again. And he says it different ways. And it's like, man, you should start working for the government.
Yeah. All right. What about season 2, episode 1? We talked about asking for help. That
That's
was
a big
coming
one.
out of you falling out of the attic.
No, but, that's always hard to ask. Guys, we want to do it ourselves.
Are you getting better at this?
Yeah, I'm getting better at asking for help and also offering help. And not, so something I've also learned here lately is like, people don't want help necessarily, but people would like to be shown how to do something
Yeah.
and then let them attempt it. And I've had like projects on our house where that's been a thing. Like I'll call a plumber and just be like, hey man, just show me what to do. So I can do it in the future. And I recently just had a friend, same thing. They needed help doing something. I was like, do you want a hand? They're like, no, I really want to do it on my own. And it's like, do you want me to show you how to do it? And, I think they're appreciative of that.
Yeah.
So,
I've learned on asking for help. There's been a couple guys I've asked for help, and then they've turned around and asked me for help.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
It's like kind of changed a little bit of the dynamics in like a friend circle of,
Yeah.
hey, we do need each other's help.
Yeah.
It's okay to ask for help.
you
Like,
never asked me for help,
once
so
one guy does, then
lets me
someone
know
else
where I
does.
lay in
I've asked
the
for you
order
for
of
help.
friends.
The other day I asked you about shooting that coyote. I said, if I shoot this
Oh, you
coyote
did
while I
text
sit
me about
inside
that.
my house.
Yeah. Was that during the Super Bowl or something? When was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, well, what are you going to shoot it with? He said, 22. I was like, man, it's going to be a headshot.
Yeah.
And you're going to have one pissed off dog. You're going to have to probably do it twice.
See here. Then we went to a Matt Roller interview.
Yeah.
Talked about lust with Matt Roller.
Yeah. Those are fun episodes with him.
Yeah.
We should have him back on sometime.
We will.
Okay.
We will. Balance and boundaries. Do you remember talking about that?
Nah,
Back in
I don't have very
2021?
good balance, so
That's what I think it's something we need to come back to.
okay.
If you don't have it, I definitely don't have it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think I do remember talking about those.
Yeah.
We talked about, it seemed like a lot about work-life balance in that episode.
we did.
And yeah, we don't need to revisit that.
Then we
None
talked
of
about
our wives
burnout.
listen.
Burnout.
Yeah.
But I think you're doing better in this area, right? Would you say since
Well, yeah, that's
2022?
what happens when you quit one job and start a new one.
Yeah.
It's real easy to get past burnout of one of them.
Yeah.
You don't have that option. We're not letting you go. So we have to try and fix your burnout.
Then we went into forgiveness and emus.
Oh, yeah. When your dad killed the emu.
Yeah. I'm not sure why we had forgiveness tied in with that. So
Because
it's
your dad needed people's forgiveness, killing a Jurassic chicken in front of all their kids behind the Safeway.
Yep, you remember. Then we had strong women of faith. We had our wives on.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've inquired about doing that again, but both of them said no to the video,
Yeah.
which is
They would make
crap.
this video look a lot better than you and I.
Well, I agree, and you know they're beautiful women, so you know
Yeah.
obviously we picked them.
We
You
have
know,
good taste.
weren't looking for no uglies.
I'm just, you know, what makes me excited about having video is that people can just watch it and see who says what. So
Oh
there's
yeah,
no,
yeah, for
that's
sure.
good. Yeah.
It'd be good, like for your mom, because you know, doesn't she
Yeah.
call you out and she's like, "Hey,
She
you
did the
can't
other
say
day.
this," and you're
Yeah.
like, "Go back and watch it. It was Nick."
Yeah. Blake, where are we at on time on this? 'Cause, like, okay, we'll keep running.
Oh
through
yeah,
it. Gluttony. We talked about gluttony.
yeah,
Do you remember that?
I do.
It's a biblical issue.
Yeah, it's a sin. Yeah, no, I do remember talking about gluttony. That was a good one too.
Yeah. Then we had one called Just Ask, and that's about asking for help. So
Yep.
we're kind of talk about that.
You see like a recurring theme here. Get some friends, ask for help,
Yeah.
lean on your friends.
Mm-hmm.
They'll lean on you. It makes your circle stronger.
Yeah. We had
Occasionally, Nick and RT will talk about something interesting.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully we do.
And if not, we'll circle back to leaning on your friends and finding help.
Then we started getting into a lot of interviews
Yeah.
after that. But we had one called The Importance of Church.
Yeah.
What
Really?
did you learn from that one? You remember that? Matt Roller was on for that.
Yeah. Well, and I think I talked about it in that episode, but I didn't really realize the importance of church, and I didn't realize the family that you gain when
Yeah.
you call a church home. But you know, there's some relationships that's been forged that I wouldn't trade for the world.
Yeah.
And I never thought about that aspect of church. You know, whenever we went to church as kids, which wasn't often, we didn't hang out with the people afterwards.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's the part that people miss about church. Some it's like they want to find a solid church, good preaching, good
Yeah.
worship, great children's ministry, and you know all that's
that's why they don't come to your church.
yeah. That's why they don't show up to Villa. Because the worship or the preaching.
The preaching.
Okay.
Yeah, the worship director.
Yeah.
Don't talk about him.
Yeah. Which those are important. I think preaching of the word would probably be the most, not probably, it's the most important thing.
Yeah,
That needs
for
to
sure.
be happening at the
Right.
church. But I think the part people miss out on is like that becomes a community
Yep.
that comes around you and
Man, I mean, like,
walks through life.
you know, my wife just had surgery recently, and look at the people that rallied around her and supporting her and bringing over meals. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's, you know, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And it says a lot about the community.
It does.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I almost feel guilty when that happens. Like, you know, because she's had a few surgeries or things, and it's like the amount of meals that show up.
Yeah.
You almost want to send out like a message and say, "Hey, stop! You know, both refrigerators are full. We appreciate you. We have leftovers for 2 weeks. You know, it'd be better served somebody else that really needs it." And
But people love doing that too, right? So
Yeah.
if you would, when you have an event in your life, you're like, no, I don't want anyone to help me. Like, there are going to be people, it's like, no, you're
too
you're
bad.
taking my blessing.
Yeah.
'Cause it really, I feel blessed for being able to bring you a meal. Not
Yeah.
me, I didn't bring you any meals, but,
Right, yeah.
you know, for the people. it
That's
did.
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's an important part of church.
Yep.
That so many times people miss
The
out
community is
Yeah.
huge, and you know, might even get around some bad preaching for the community.
on. You know, I don't think our church grows because of the preaching.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's all the YouTube videos.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the reels on YouTube. Faith versus control. We talked about that.
I don't remember that one.
That was Larry Hoff. That was a good
Larry
episode.
Hoff. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's at a church in Greenfield or something,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. That was a good episode. How he
Yeah.
talked about as men wanting to control everything, which we fall into this,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
right? Like
All the time.
I've been working on Hebrews 11. Well, all of us have, I guess,
Yeah.
to some extent at Villa, and talking about walking by faith and not by sight. But
Right.
I remember saying that all the time as a kid, or even as a pastor, sometimes like, we need to walk by faith, not
Yeah.
by sight. I'm like, it's easy to say that on Sunday morning,
Sure
but on
is.
Monday, it's
Yeah.
really sort of like, I want to walk by sight. I want to know what's happening this
Absolutely.
week, right? Not by
Yeah.
faith.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good one.
Yeah. Then Daniel Earl came on and talked about managing emotions.
Yeah. Which is funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like much of an emotional guy other than, you know, happy or
Yeah.
laughter, but yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of couple more guests and brought us up to 99.
Yeah. What
Here
was
we are.
99?
99 was with Greg Albert talking about firefighter to missionary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was a good episode.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so here we are.
Why do we have all these firefighters on?
How many have we had?
2 or 3?
We had Mayor Buckley. He was a fire.
that would be 3
he
for
was a
sure.
Fire
4.
chief, yeah.
We had another firefighter.
I don't remember. It's been 99 episodes, man.
He's a missionary in the UK.
Yeah, it's Greg Albert.
Oh, okay. Well, we had another firefighter too. Sorry, I'm bad with names. But
Yeah.
we got to get some other professions on
We
here.
will. We will.
Nobody wants to hear about how you guys carry an axe around.
Yeah, professionals. We need to do a live event. That's it. We didn't tell Blake.
Oh yeah, we talked about this the
We're
other
just going to
day.
invite some people here.
Yeah.
Set them down here.
Like a big round table.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a
Have an
handful of
audience.
cameras, handful of microphones. It's gonna freak Blake all the way out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yep. Maybe we can smoke some brisket for it or something.
Yeah,
I have a bunch
sounds
of
good.
brisket in my freezer right now.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you just got another cow.
I did.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll do that. Have a live event.
Yeah,
Maybe go out for a camp out, for Tough Men of Faith camp out or something.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
We used to do that at the church as a men's event.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
still do. We just haven't done it this year. Or last year.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we had a big.
What?
we were shooting. We had like a shooting day,
We did.
and there's a couple characters that showed up to the event, and I was like, glad I brought my bulletproof vest
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna die today.
Yep.
And then they ended up leaving, which was great.
I left too when I see all those guys show up. I thought
And see, and that's you talk about control and stuff like that. You know,
there's some things you need to control.
yeah, I agree.
If you go shooting with some people,
yeah,
there needs to be
you brought
someone
people
taking
down to your
control.
property and just left them alone to figure it out.
Yeah, that's
Nobody died, so
no, not
it's
that
okay.
day. All right.
Good thing we don't have an ATV riding day.
Anything you want to add, Nick? Words of wisdom on your 100th episode.
Yeah, find you some friends, a couple close ones, lean on them, let them lean on you.
Yeah.
Figure out your finances. If you don't or can't or too embarrassed, find a friend to help talk
Yeah.
about it with that's obviously good at it, not another person in the same boat that you're in.
Yeah.
And find a church, find a community. Not all necessarily in that order. These are just things to do.
Yeah.
Take care of your wife, treasure her.
Yep.
If you don't have a wife, find one, a good one.
It's all good. Good
Take
advice.
care of her. If you have kids, take care of them. They look up to you. You're the leading person in their life, or should be, and you should be leading your home.
Yeah.
And treat their mom in a way that when they go out and look for a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend or what have you, that they want a relationship like you have.
Yeah. We're gonna do an episode on how to treat your mom.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Tough Men of Faith. How to treat your mom.
Here we go.
Maybe next week.
Let's
or the
not do
week
one on
after.
how to treat your mother-in-law.
Yeah. I think I would leave with this: is that one, to thank you for, like, I know this was out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah, this camera thing, I was not.
The camera to even come on this,
Yeah.
to talk about faith, to talk about scripture
Yeah.
week in and week out, and so you go hang drywall or build houses all day and come over and do this. So
Right.
I think it was an act of faith for you to step out and do this.
It was something, yeah.
Yeah, it's an act of faith by us to put you on camera.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
but
Blake says that every time he goes back and listens to one. He's like, what was I thinking?
definitely appreciate you being willing. For years, I kicked around the idea of a podcast, never
Okay.
really wanted to do it
Yeah.
until Blake started.
You should have done it before it was big.
Should have. Appreciate that. I appreciate our guest. Like,
Yeah, I do too. Our guests have been great.
a lot
A
of them don't
couple
live
of them have led
close.
to sponsorships for,
Yeah. Being
still got to
willing to
mess
come
with Dirt
on.
Wrangler and get some money out of him.
Yeah,
We're going to have him on here. He needs to pay to play.
pay to play. And then we've just had some like loyal. I won't mention them because I won't be able to hit them all. But like, there's some people that's been listening since
Oh, yeah.
week one
Yep.
that have been super encouraging.
And they tell you about it all
They
the
tell you
time,
about
which
it.
is
They
great.
encourage you to keep going.
Yep.
Like, hey, I'm listening.
Yeah.
My family's listening.
Yep.
I appreciate it. I'm behind. I'm going to get caught up. And
Yeah.
so I really appreciate them
Yep.
and their willingness to
And
keep listening.
same thing here is like I've got some friends that are either not believers or not going to a church or not. They're just not at that point in their life where they're ready to go down that road, and they
Yeah.
faithfully listen and call and give feedback.
Yeah.
And that's at least we're reaching people that we wouldn't have
Yeah.
necessarily reached on a Wednesday or a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So that's fun to me.
Yep. And then Blake, like, we wouldn't be able to do without him.
No kidding.
He's the one that actually drives
It's probably
it all.
really easy, but he's
I
not telling us
don't
how
think
easy
so.
it is.
He puts in a lot of time, a lot more time than we do.
Yeah.
And everything behind the scenes, and actually the one that keeps driving
We'll have
it.
to have Blake on here again too.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's give him a mic and
Yeah.
let him talk from over there.
Yeah, since we have a bad camera now, he can just share mine.
can be on.
Lean in here, big boy.
Yep. And then finally, this, like, thanks to our wives, like,
Yeah.
So we're
Like they put up with a lot.
Blake's wife and ours, because we're home late on at least one evening a week,
Yeah.
and we spend a lot of time messaging each other on what we're doing next,
Yep.
and occasionally they're the brunt end of
We should
jokes.
just cook
and
for our wives one night to show our appreciation.
we could do that.
All right.
Well, we had the night. I don't know if you remembered. Like
Oh, I remember.
I said,
You like set out steaks and
I said I'm gonna have you guys and your wives over.
Yeah.
We're gonna celebrate because we're getting close to 100 episodes. Let's
like
let's
everybody, nobody bring a side. We have everything.
I
we
had
need.
everything.
Yeah.
do
And,
it. Yeah, I had the steaks. So I think it was a Tuesday night. We're gonna.
No,
do
they weren't
that.
tomahawks. Blake.
They weren't tomahawks.
Okay. RT does his steaks about a half to 3/4 of an inch thick.
No, these were like the thicker New York strip steaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember. I had a bunch of them. I had them out of the freezer on Saturday.
But those were delicious.
They were thawed and ready. Funny, yeah, it ends up being a pretty funny story. Not then, but I think it was like 15 steaks, like big steaks out,
Yeah.
thawed and ready to go. And then I made twice baked potatoes. Like I did all the cooking for
Yeah.
this because I didn't want anybody else to have to do it. Twice baked potatoes take a long time too.
Yeah.
Had it all ready to go, and then I had an emergency come up that night and
Yep.
called you guys like half hour before recording. So I can't record and I can't do dinner.
Yeah.
Um,
And I've now meal prepped for the next week.
Yeah.
We're having steak for the next
yeah,
15 meals.
ended up giving all that away. So
Really?
yeah, because it just ended up being a rough week for me.
Yeah.
And so didn't.
Gotcha.
Yep. So end up giving it all away. So yes, we will do that again. But I promise I just didn't
Well, let's
set
not
you guys
do
up.
all of it again.
Yeah, not
Let's
not a
actually get
week
together
like
this
that.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks to the listeners.
Yeah,
Join
thanks
us.
for
100
letting us,
episodes.
you know, listen to 100 episodes and encouraging us to keep doing it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Keep
we're
liking
not,
and
we're not
sharing
doing
it
it for financial gain.
No, we haven't made any.
Yeah.
We probably don't want to add up how much we're all into this personally. So
Oh
it's-
yeah, no, not if our wives listen.
That wise man.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thanks again.